Hi, it's Mrs. Nazarian. I'm here again with Sparkle, and today with reading lesson number 9, we are going to read Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Before we begin, let's look at the chart that we've been filling out the last 2 lessons. Remember, Sparkle made us a fairy tale recipe chart, and we filled it out with Red Riding Hood and the Three Billy Goats Gruff. We read these books earlier. And we noticed that each one of these had 8 of the ingredients. Today, when we're reading Goldilocks, we're also going to be thinking about setting. Where and when does the story take place? Goldilocks and the Three Bears by James Marshall. Wait a minute. I think Red Riding Hood is also written by James Marshall. Actually, if you look closely, it says retold and illustrated. Retold and illustrated. And that's because fairy tales are very old stories. James Marshall did not write either one of these fairy tales. He's retelling them. These stories are so old that they were told before people even wrote them down. And now we get to enjoy picture books of the stories. Once there was a little girl called Goldilocks. "Oh, what a sweet child," said someone new in town. "Huh, that's what you think," said a neighbor. Uh-oh. It looks like this Goldilocks has quite a reputation, and maybe not a good one. One morning, Goldilocks' mother sent her to buy muffins in the next village. "You must promise not to take the shortcut through the forest," she said. "I've heard that bears live there." "I promise," said Goldilocks. But to tell the truth, Goldilocks was one of those naughty little girls who do exactly as they please. Uh-oh. Look at the signs. Shortcut. Danger. Very risky. Not a good idea. Turn back. Go the other way. Look at her face. She seems determined. Even the squirrel thinks it's a bad idea. So it looks like the setting first takes place at her house. And now she's entering the woods. Meanwhile, in a clearing deeper inside the forest, in a charming house all their own, a family of brown bears was sitting down to breakfast. "Patooey!" cried big old Papa Bear. "This porridge is scalding. I burned my tongue." "Ah, I'm dying!" cried Baby Bear. "Now really," said Mama Bear, who was of medium size, "that's quite enough." "I know," said Papa Bear. "Why don't we go for a spin while the porridge is cooling?" "Excellent," said Mama Bear. So they got on their rusty old bicycle and off they went. Tra-la! So the setting has shifted to the bear's house, and now maybe in their front yard as they take off on their bicycle. A few minutes later, Goldilocks arrived at the bear's house. She walked right in without even bothering to knock. On the dining room table were 3 inviting bowls of porridge. "Oh, I don't mind if I do," said Goldilocks, helping herself to the biggest bowl. Whew, that is rude and also naughty. Who would ever go into somebody's house without knocking? But the porridge in the biggest bowl was much too hot. "Patooey!" said Goldilocks, and she spat it out. Next she tasted the porridge in the medium-sized bowl, but that porridge was much too cold. Then Goldilocks tasted the porridge in the little bowl, and it was just right, neither too hot nor too cold. In fact, she liked it so much that she gobbled it all up. Feeling full and satisfied, Goldilocks thought it would be great fun to have a look around. Right away she noticed a lot of coarse brown fur everywhere. "Oh, they must have kitties," she said. In the parlor there were 3 chairs. "I don't mind if I do," she said, climbing into the biggest one. But the biggest chair was much too hard, and she just couldn't get comfortable. Oh, look at her. It is a big chair. Next, she sat in the medium-sized chair, but that chair was much too soft, and she thought she might never get out of it. She's like lost in it. Then Goldilocks sat in the little chair, and that was just right. Neither too hard nor too soft. In fact, she liked it so much that she rocked and rocked until the chair fell completely to pieces. Ooh, she's hard on things. Now, all that rocking left Goldilocks quite tuckered out. "I could take a snooze," she said. So she went to look for a comfy place to nap. Upstairs were 3 beds. "Oh, I don't mind if I do," said Goldilocks, and she got into the biggest one. But the head of the biggest bed was much too high. Oh, look at those cute slippers. Next, she tried the medium-sized bed. But the head of that bed was much too low. Then Goldilocks tried the little bed, and it was just right. Soon she was all nice and cozy and sound asleep. She did not hear the bears come home. Here she is in the medium-sized bed. You see how it's too low? It's kind of slanted. Oh, and she found the just right bed. I think it's baby bears. Uh-oh, the bears are home. The 3 bears were mighty hungry, but when they went in for breakfast, they could scarcely believe their eyes. "Somebody has been in my porridge," said Papa Bear. "Somebody has been in my porridge," said Mama Bear. "Somebody has been in my porridge," said Baby Bear, "and eaten it all up." In the parlor, the 3 bears were in for another little surprise. "Somebody's been sitting in my chair," said Papa Bear. "Somebody has been sitting in my chair," said Mama Bear. "Somebody has been sitting in my chair," said Baby Bear, "and broken it to smithereens." The 3 bears went upstairs on tiptoe, not knowing what they would discover. At first everything seemed fine, but then Papa Bear lay down on his big brass bed. "Somebody has been lying in my bed," he cried, and he was not amused. "Agnes!" cried Mama Bear. "Somebody has been lying in my bed." "Look!" cried Baby Bear. "Somebody has been lying in my bed, and she's still there." Uh-oh. "Now see here," roared Papa Bear. Goldilocks woke up with a start, and her eyes nearly popped out of her head. But before the bears could demand a proper explanation, Goldilocks was out of bed, out the window, and on her way home. "Who was that little girl?" asked Baby Bear. "I have no idea," said Mama Bear. "But I hope we never see her again." And they never did. Okay, so let's see if this book started with "Once upon a time." Let's look, Sparkle. Once there was a little girl called Goldilocks. No, it didn't start with "once upon a time." It was close, but let's skip that. How about the next one? Are some characters royalty? What do you think, Sparkle? Nah, there's no royalty. I agree with Sparkle. So let's skip that one. Some characters are good and some characters are evil. What do you think, Sparkle? How about that one? Yeah. Goldilocks is definitely being very naughty. I would say she's acting evil and careless and rude. And the bears are nice. So, yeah, they're good. Okay, let's give that one a check. Problem to solve. Is there a problem to solve, Sparkle? Yeah, there's a problem. Goldilocks is being super careless and disrespectful and has barged in the house and ate the porridge, broke the chair, broke the bed. Yeah, I think there's a problem. I agree. Next one. Someone plans to solve the problem. Did someone make a plan to solve that problem? I don't think there was really a plan. It just got solved because Goldilocks woke up and saw the bears and got scared and ran away. So the problem was solved when Goldilocks left. But I'm not sure there was a plan. Yeah, I don't think anyone made a plan. So let's skip that one. There's magic. Was there any magic? Sparkle, did you notice any magic? I don't remember any magic happening. No, I don't think there was magic. Things happen in threes. There was a lot. There were like 3 bears. Let's even in, look right there, the 3 bears. There's 3 bowls of porridge. There's 3 chairs. Sparkle, are you paying attention? Yes, and there were 3 beds. Yeah, so let's give that one a check. Animals act like humans. Yes, of course, the bears act like humans. Okay, so let's check that off. Someone gets a reward. Does someone get a reward? Well, I don't think so. I mean, Goldilocks got some porridge, but maybe that's not really a reward. She took that. Yeah, let's skip that one. Happily ever after ending. Let's look. Does the book... But I hope we never see her again. And they never did. No, it doesn't end with happily ever after. So let's skip that one. And let's look at the last. Does this story teach a lesson? Oh, I think so. Do you agree? Yes, there's definitely a lesson. I think don't be naughty, right? Listen to your mom. When she tells you not to do something, don't do it. And don't be disrespectful of other people's property. And my goodness, don't ever go in somebody's house without knocking. That's really naughty. Yeah, there's a lot of lessons in this one. Okay, so it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one has 5 of the ingredients of a fairy tale recipe. Okay, so when you are reading your own books at home, think about the setting of the stories that you were reading. Okay, are the settings, do they stay the same in the whole book, or does the setting sometimes change from place to place? How about the time? When does your story take place? And does that change? So make sure you're thinking about setting this week in your independent reading. Okay, until next time, we'll see you. Bye.